Alright guys, so I am back in a possible rematch between Zero and Seven Swords. I see Seven Swords has 6 cards already, so he will be going first again. Um, Having some the power. He has the power to start off with the Rescue Rabbit first turn. Um, not not really stoppable by any hand effect, I think, but definitely a max C is very good against it because he will lose his normal monsters in the end phase if he doesn't special summon again. And basically you get a +1 off of max C. So either way, we are in a position where first turn Rescue Rabbit is a pretty good and strong play. It's a 1-card play, and it's not much to worry about it being negated. I'm pretty sure Effect Veiler cannot, or works similar to Skill Drain, and cannot negate Rescue Rabbit's effect because it will banish itself as a cost and it will be off the field. So we're seeing Seven Swords start off with an early Bestiary in hand, and Zero being able to capitalize on the pop 2 effect from Jaizars. Normally that's a really strong effect, but Sangan is a floater and Reckless Greed, +1 technically, but you do lose 2 draw phases. So he'll still take the 2400 because of the open field, unless he has something weird like that Battle Fader card. Not sure if Zero's paying attention to this duel. He did mention earlier that he was looking at other tabs. Okay, there he goes with the 24. Jaizars, one of the biggest monsters in terms of card, just pure advantage because he can summon two other gladiator beasts. Maybe he can't summon Bestiary, but he can summon other pretty dangerous things, including Darius, when you do have stuff in your graveyard. And he also can summon, well, he summons Retiari and Laquari. Retiari, of course, having that pseudo DD Crow effect. Zero removes his Sangan preemptively, knowing that it's a fiend, and so cards are basically you're mostly checking the gates of Dark World field spell, which can use free fiends in the graveyard to activate its effect. So now Zero begins his turn with a pretty large hand size, 7 cards. Of course, the 7 swords. No trap dust shoot inside. He probably would have used it by now. He's got to be at least a little bit worried of the potential plays that Zero can do, especially if Seven Swords hasn't set any spell or trap cards, which is one of the main, one of the Gladiator Beasts. Like, usually Gladiator Beast builds do contain more spell and trap cards, mostly trap cards, than others might. We've seen Seven Swords use Smashing Ground in the last set, War Chariot, Solemn Judgment. So yeah. As we speak, I'm actually uploading the previous video of them playing, and this is very interesting. Dragged down to the grave with 4 cards in hand for Zero when he gets to look at 5 cards. So that remark about me saying trap that shoot earlier, well, both players get to see each other's hand. I'm pretty interested in seeing who figured out this tech of drag down to the grave, because I don't really know how new or old of a card this is. I don't really remember it at all. Zero decides to discard a Laquari, and Seven Swords. What will he choose? I'm assuming that Zero has a hand of mostly monsters that he can't. I don't know why he did set that at all. Are you crazy, dude? Well, he probably didn't want it, but no idea why he didn't set that card. So again, I guess Zero's just not very familiar with the deck. You can set any amount of spell or trap cards just to get the drag down into the grave effect to discard what you want to discard. And so he summons Brow, puts it on top of his... What? What? Does that work? Pretty sure that's only from the graveyard, so I have no idea what just happened. Was Grapha in the graveyard already? Alright, so Seven Swords is also confused, so not just me being a bad commentator. Alright, so yeah, Grapha can only special summon it from the graveyard and not from the hand by bouncing. Okay. So I'm gonna let Seven Swords explain that out. Zero definitely showing his inexperience with the deck, but that's not too bad. Dark World is a pretty top tier. Alright, Zero realizes his mistake, probably take it back. Alright, so any notice, did you notice any word that I'm saying a lot right now? Alright? Yeah, okay, alright. Too bad. Okay, he ends his turn with 2 face downs, and we know he has a Graphin and Brow in the hand. Mind Crush Tiger. Alright, so that's the power of drag down into the grave over Dark World dealings, is that you get extra utility out of Mind Crush. So Zero saying lol, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Seven Swords is holding on to a ton of monsters in his hand. Maybe Andal, maybe multiple Andals, but I don't know, maybe, because he special summoned 2 with Rescue Rabbit, so at that point he couldn't have had 2 Andals in hand. Alright, so we see a Monster Reborn. That's not something you would typically set either. You don't want to lose it to Mystical Space Typhoon randomly. And we're going to see another Test Tiger play. Seven Swords, probably not. He's knowledgeable of Zero's hand, so may not. I mean, he'll be able to play around stuff. And yeah. Okay, so and since Mind Crush targeted Test Tiger, we know that the card that Seven Swords ripped was Monster Reborn, because Zero probably would have gone after it instead of Test Tiger. But the other 4 cards, I'm pretty sure they would be monsters. Yeah, one of them's a Hoplamas, the other 3 might be whatever random Gladiator Beast monsters are there. He's going to go for a triple attack. Pretty deadly. Because he'll be able to go for 3 tags. Zero says you got it. Nothing he can do. Alrighty. Well, sorry Zero, you should have set that other drag down into the grave. Maybe you won't make a big misplay this time. And it's really hard on Dueling Network to keep track of Reckless Greed's length of not drawing on Dueling Network, in my opinion, just because sometimes the turns can last so long and sometimes you're just not paying attention to it. So I like to keep track of things in the chat. It seems that my other video has loaded up, so I'll check that right after this match. It looks like these guys have reset their game pretty quickly. In the middle of Seven Swords is oh, okay, he ended his turn. I'm hearing some noise from the other room. I guess you could call it music. I don't know what it is, to be honest. Usually I can recognize quite a bit of... Well, nah, not really, but I can recognize some music and I can't really tell what it was. So whatever. Game 2. As according to Xero and Seven Swords, Xero opting to go first, forgetting his life points are at 1300. We'll see who reminds him first. Doesn't really matter if they are playing 2 out of 3. Xero says, mainstay of Xero. I played him on YBD before. He does say a lot. I think he's actually played Gladiator Beasts a lot too. Seven Swords mentions the life points. Doesn't really matter in the game point of view until you start actually taking life point damage. Xero sets a Speller Trap card, and it's probably going to get MST'd. And then you're going to get hit by a Gladiator Beast, and then they're going to get their advantage to compile. I'm not really sure, but then again, if you have small monsters, then, I mean, same difference when you said stuff, right? So that may be a big disadvantage of playing. I mean, that's always a big disadvantage of playing small monsters, is that decks, or the Gladiator Beast deck, is always dangerous against with monsters that you can't really do much against. So we saw that right now. He took a direct hit. Seven Swords got to tag, but the Bestiary failed at hitting anything. But now I think we're going to see why Gladiator Beasts are so strong. A Gladiator Beast deck backed with the right traps. A couple of... I wonder... Yeah, probably. Okay, yeah. I wonder if you could have seen that, but my screen just went blank. I don't know. It was screensaver or screen like turning off or whatever. So you probably saw that. Or whatever. I should move the mouse around more. Xero saying that this is a very unfavorable matchup. So maybe what I said earlier about Dark World having the upper hand was completely off. I apologize. I just think that if Dark World can get the Grapha out on the field, then what can Gladiators do? Because Gladiators are all under 3,000. Anyway, Seven Swords using a trap card, one of the stronger trap cards in the game. That's why there are only 2 of them. He gets to Grapha it up on the other face down, and Dark World gets to derp it out. If he can get another Dark World monster on the field, he already normal summoned his Sangan, so he's probably... Gosh darn it. Xero, stop cheating. Oh my goodness. So right now we're just seeing Xero play Dark World with extreme skill. Normal summon twice per turn without using double summon. Very good. This is how you win YCSs, guys. I'm saying that without actual knowledge of how you win YCSs. Alright, let's see. Seven Swords did not catch that he already normal summoned Sangan, and he tried to normal summon Snow. Xero messages me saying, not my day. And we're gonna continue. Alrighty, let's see how this goes down. I mean, one of the downsides to recording is that I won't be able to look at other windows. So I see that there's a message that I haven't caught on the IP chat at ETC. Kind of want to look at that. I see a couple people have gotten online this dueling network. I mean, I could talk to them right now because the chat's off screen. And maybe I'll be able to like incorporate moving the chat back onto the screen and then off when I want to bring up a point. But yeah, xero. The lack of defensive traps against gladiator beasts kind of sucks. Dimensional prisons and stuff like that are pretty good against them. You know what? I do not like that play at all. You could have gone Bestiari off for the Retiari, and then you could have gotten this, whatever this card was, I'm pretty sure it's a Darius, off to get the Bestiari to this guy. Instead, you're just going to Jaiza for 2 cards. That's completely fine, completely understandable. But even if the Bestiari was sent to the graveyard, because xero is probably not using any DD Crows right now or anything that can remove, xero keeping forgetting to Reckless, and he scoops. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so not the greatest batch of videos I just recorded right now. Sorry guys, but at least I'm glad that this whole this hypercam thing is working so well compared to the cam studio thing that I was using earlier. So alrighty, side swipe is giving me some messages. Alright, and I'm just gonna end this video right now. We'll see what happens later with other games. Alright, see you guys.